Does finances cause fights within your relationship? You're definitely not alone in this because studies show that money is one of the top reasons relationships and marriages end. Up next, we share some of the strategies we've used to combat this issue. Hello, and welcome to the Loveology podcast, where we talk about love and life with laughter. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Jason.
He's the carefree one.
She's the serious one.
And we're married.
We have been since 2012, and we like to think of ourselves as a couple of loveologists.
Not because we are the experts, but because we just love love.
We enjoy studying and talking about it, so we thought, let's just start a podcast.
A place where we can share what we have learned about love, relationships, and marriage.
You can share what you've learned, and we can all grow together.
So here we are. Are you ready?
Let's get started. Hey, what it is, what it do? How's everybody doing out there in podcast world? This is Jason, and we got Ashley.
What's up, y'all?
Man, I'm excited. How you feeling, babe?
I'm feeling excited too.
Man, I'm excited. We have a great, awesome topic today. We're talking about that money. That money.
Okay. Yes. Talking about the dollar bill.
Dollar bill, y'all.
More than some dollar bills.
Yeah, again, fellas, gotta bring in that paper.
Oh my gosh.
Man, if you don't have that paper, man.
Why do you I'm almost feeling like you gonna make everybody think that I'm just with you for your money. Like I don't understand. Every episode we talking about how men gotta bring in the cash.
Luckily I got the looks to kind of go with it, so you know what I'm saying, I'm good. Ain't about that. But fellas, if you about a 6 and below, you better scale of 1 to 10, you about a 6. You better bring that money to the table.
Man.
Is that, you don't feel like that's true?
I mean, women like ambitious men, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it just depends on what age you are. Honestly, like if you in your 30s and you still like, you know, ain't got it, or 40s, you know, don't have it all the way, have something going on.
Well, loveologists, please let us know. Chime in. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Also, don't forget about the live discussion on Wednesdays, right? So we can chime in on that.
Yeah.
6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. All right. So yeah, let's jump right into this. This money situation, I believe me and you, we've been pretty good from the jump on this. What you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've had our arguments, but they've been few and far between, and we got a pretty good handle on this one.
Yeah, I would say so. You know, especially since I talked about the first episode, talking about paying for that gas. You saw I had that money, paying for that gas. You knew it was good. It's like, oh yeah, I'm good with him. You filling up my gas tank.
Okay, you were the first guy, honey, that filled up my gas tank. Thank you so much. Yes, you're right. You were the first one. It made me feel so special.
So, what about some mistakes that people make?
Well, I hope everybody senses my sarcasm.
I think they did.
Okay, just making sure.
I think they did.
Yeah.
The mistakes that people made with money and relationships. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, in general, people make, some of the same mistakes. And, the first one is lack of communication. I mean, that's the problem. And communication is just so important. That's the problem in business. It's the problem in just like lots of different aspects of the relationship. So money and lack of communication in this area is also can be a big issue for some people.
Right.
So, let's see. People are just not discussing money. They don't discuss it when they're dating, and they don't discuss it after they're married. I didn't know that until I was talking to some people.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I think I guess I can understand it because if you think about it, money is just something that you don't typically share with anybody, right?
Yeah,
like
it's my money.
Yeah, and you don't like share your spending habits with anybody. Like that's just really something that you keep close to your chest, right? And so yeah, I guess I can understand the hesitation, but if you're building a life together, then money is definitely important, and you have to have conversations about it, right?
No, that's true.
Okay,
but I mean, I don't, far as like I said, we've been okay with that from the jump. So this is one of those topics where got to do a little research and listen to other people. We just kind of being straightforward about it. Hey, this is what it is. Okay, let's go with it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I guess we just open with each other.
I guess so.
And we trying to reach a common goal, and money is just one of those things that you have to talk about to get to those common goals, because a lot of those goals pertain, you got to have money to reach them. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of look past money, and money for us is more like a tool. Much, for some people it may be more like a treasure. Money is not like a treasure for us or for me. You know what I'm saying? It's a tool to get to our goal. Right. And our goal really is to help a whole bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think we're kind of open, because we don't look at it like that. Yeah. Some people kind of, when you have a prized possession, you kind of, when you have something that's priceless, people kind of like hold on to it and put it in the safe and store it. Nah, we trying to make some things happen, right?
Yeah. So when do you think it's like appropriate for people to start talking about money, like when they're dating? Because honestly, I was thinking about this thinking about this episode, and I'm just like, I think we kind of dropped the ball actually, because I mean it all worked out, but I don't think we talked like in depth about student loan debt,
right,
or whatever. I don't know. We talked about each other's personalities, I think, but I think there was some things that we didn't talk about when we was dating.
Right. So I don't know when is a good time, because, what if it doesn't work out? You don't want this person all in your business, knowing your finances, telling everybody,
right.
He get money this way. You don't want people all in your business like that. So when is it? When you propose, maybe? An engagement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, because the ladies, hey, y'all ladies out there, y'all getting ready for that big wedding, right? So I guess that's a good time to go ahead and talk about finances, because, I mean, we got to pay for the wedding, you know? Unfortunately, our wedding, wedding is supposed to be paid for by the father or whatever, how that's supposed to go, but sometimes it don't work out, so the couple have to come up with the funds to pay for the wedding. And so I get that's a good time to talk about finances.
Yeah I can see that. Well, so do you remember how it was when we got married and when we first started to talk about finances?
No, I don't remember.
Really?
No, like what, before you got deployed,
Yeah. No, it was actually after I came back. So for everyone, Jason and I got married 3 months before I was deployed. I was in the Navy, and we got married 3 months before I deployed. So our first year of marriage is kind of like, I don't know.
It's a wash.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was in Memphis and she was in somewhere floating in the sea. Right. Some top secret mission or something.
Yeah. So when I got back is when we really did, started to merge our lives together, because we actually did not live together before we got married. Mm-hmm. So yes, I was deployed, first year of marriage, and I got back, and that's when we started to merge our life. And Jason, even though you don't remember, I remember. and you were a little hesitant to talk about finances.
All in my business. We about to get married.
Yeah, no, we was married.
Yeah, exactly. I could have sworn we talked about money before we got married, though.
We talked about money, but when it came to like knowing what your spending habits were, like I had a general idea of what your spending personality is, which we were going to talk about a little bit later. Mm-hmm. But I had a general idea of that, but like what exactly are you spending your money on as we try to merge our finances together? Yeah, you wasn't really trying to it's like you felt a little constrained, a little,
Yeah, because I guess, talking about money, it's almost like a private thing, like kind of like using the bathroom or something. You know what I'm saying? You don't tell me how to use the bathroom. I know how to use the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's kind of how it is, with the whole money situation. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of, money is weird.
Yeah, it is. We kind of had a little dispute, and I was like, we can't talk about this. This is a problem. Like, you can't get like you kind of got offended, and maybe it was just the way that I was asking the questions or whatever. But it's like I was interrogating you, and and you kind of got a little offended, I was like, it's all good. We got to do this.
So y'all got to talk about this money. This money situation is a big deal. So we definitely got to dive into this, right? It's a great episode. So dive into it.
Right. So, people don't like to disclose this sort of information because they also might be embarrassed, like if they have debt.
Right.
And then maybe you might be embarrassed about your spending habits because maybe you haven't like realized what you were doing, that you spend like $100 a month on Starbucks or something. And then like when you're going through, you're like, oh dang.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or you do know, you just trying to hide it.
Right.
Like, this is what I do. Don't take this away from me, please.
Yeah. I work for this money. This is my money. I spend it on whatever I want to spend it on.
Right.
And don't question me about it, So if it totally makes sense. This is a hard conversation to have because you just been dealing with yourself for so long, So yeah, I'll tell y'all a story. I actually knew, I don't know how true this was because I heard this from like a friend of a friend, but there was I knew this girl that got married, and I was asking like a mutual friend, oh, she got married, how's everything? And this mutual friend told me that she was already divorced. And I said, why was she, what? It's been like a few weeks or something. What happened? And apparently she had a lot of student loan debt that she didn't tell her husband before they got married.
Oh, Lord. Hold on. So let's get a clarification for the people that's listening, right?
Yeah.
So you telling me this lady got married, and then a few weeks later they got divorced because of the debt that she had previously that she didn't disclose?
Yes.
How much was that debt?
This is not funny, actually.
I mean,
it was, I don't know. Like I said, it was somewhere like around 100K.
100K.
And she wasn't a doctor.
Oh Lord. So so he got to pay for her F's. Basically is what you saying.
I guess.
Oh no. And how much did he bring? Obviously, he didn't bring in 100K worth of debt.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he didn't. If he said I'm finna get a divorce.
Dang, that's rough, though.
Yeah, that's rough. So, what do you think you would have done in that situation?
I don't know, 100K debt, and how we gonna start our life together? You already we climbed out a hole. We got to file bankrupt already. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you love me,
Well, I might have to get my drop top or something. Let's get in debt together. I would always wanted me a Corvette.
So what if you what if she would have told him when they were engaged?
I mean, that's definitely, well, first of all, student loan debt. Okay, let's set a rule right here. Student loan debt should be talked about early. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people have student loan debt. That's like known, right? Mm-hmm. That, people that went to school. So I think that's okay to discuss, to drop in a conversation here too. If you're dating somebody and, you get, especially the men, because men, we're the one that's proposing, right? Mm-hmm. So we have to ask those questions. You know what I'm saying? Hey, babe, how's everything in the student loan department? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Are you paying it back? Are you in deferment? How's that going? And it's different ways you can kind of present it. Maybe you can talk about your student loan debts, or maybe you can talk about some other things that you may have and bring it up. But that has to be addressed early. Mm-hmm. Student loans, $100K?
Yeah, like I said, I this is what I heard. I don't. Man, I'm not for sure.
Man, I'm pretty sure that's probably real. Yeah, I have to get something. Mm-hmm. We got to start this marriage off. If we're gonna be in debt, I gotta meet you halfway, mm-hmm. right? So let me get $100K worth of debt. Let me get me a house.
And then what? I don't understand. Then what you gonna do?
We're gonna climb out of this debt together.
Well, that doesn't sound like a good plan at all.
Whatever. I'm not gonna have $100K bringing in this marriage. I need at least, like I said, at least be riding around town with my top down.
Okay.
Something. You got $100K? No, I hope y'all feel me out there in podcast world. Like $100K is a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. And I said she wasn't a doctor because it was, it was a 4-year degree. So
yeah, she was playing. She in school playing. And I gotta pay for that because you playing.
Yeah, because I'm not sure like how much doctors get in debt, but I know that
Was she a lawyer?
No, she had a 4-year degree.
No, that ain't enough. Not for $100,000.
Yeah. So her earning potential was.
She went to Harvard, Yale, Princeton.
No, I ain't gonna say where we went to school.
Dang, was it Ivy League?
No, it was a very
Oxford.
No. No.
That's why I went to UAPB. We didn't have student loans like that at UAPB.
I'm sure. Listen. Okay, we are totally digressing, but okay, it was this one girl that I was helping figure out why her student loans hadn't come in. Mm-hmm. She had taken out a $10,000 loan her first semester of school. Mm-hmm. And when I explained to her why her student loans weren't coming through, she picked up the phone and called her mom and was like, Mom, I guess we can't go on vacation because this girl telling me, my money's not going to come through because I didn't sign the promissory note or whatever, So
it was waiting on that refund check.
Yeah.
To go on vacation.
Yeah, first semester $10,000.
Jesus
Christ. And she didn't need $10,000.
For all our college students out there listening, please do not take the unnecessary loans just to get a refund check. Yeah. So you can be fly for a semester. It's not worth it. Trust me. You'll be paying tenfold. Take out $1,000 loan, you can be paying $15,000. So don't do that. Let's move it right along.
Okay. And so, back to communication. Jason and I talk about our finances a lot. Before we had we just kind of had a strategy where we only talked about it maybe like once a month, wouldn't you say? Mm-hmm. And now we have something else going on where we talk about it.
I hated that strategy too. Yeah, man. It'd be long. Be like, dang, man, it's take about 2 hours to go through the finances.
Okay, well, now we talk about it every week. We're going to go through that later.
And it's quicker now.
Yes. But, in a relationship, in a marriage, you definitely need to be talking about your finances on a consistent basis. This is one of the things that people say it makes a more successful relationship if you are talking. You have like dates where you're talking about the finances and So, and just a reminder, this is a sensitive topic and to talk to each other with kindness. So even though Jason spent money on something, that I'm just like, why?
Right. What?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Cause I spend my money
on a what is it? On a toy? What's the thing? There's a
drone?
Yes.
Man, that drone costs $25 at Costco. Exactly. I spend my money very, very smart, right? Please.
Yeah, but since you've been with me,
even beforehand, please.
So yeah, you don't want to be judgmental about the other person's spending habits unless they being ridiculous and they just being ridiculous. But you just want to try to be kind, because if you get emotional about it, then it can turn bad really fast, right?
Yeah. You don't want no problems, no elbows flying.
Yeah.
What about different spending personalities? What's your take on that?
I think that opposites attract, and a lot of times in relationships, people will have different spending personalities. You and I are frugal, but you are the spender.
So pause for a second. Be sure to check out our last episode. Well, what was it, episode 3?
Yeah, it was just a previous
episode on opposites attract. So you said I'm the spender?
Yes.
Maybe, I guess.
You guess.
I'll take that charge.
Yeah, you need to take it. I don't know who do you think the spender is in this relationship, but it's totally you.
I guess. I don't know.
You guess? What are you talking about?
I mean, like, what do I spend money on?
Who spends money more impulsively?
I mean, probably me.
Yes.
But, it'd be, it's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's,
Yeah, just in like I said, both of us are pretty frugal, but he is definitely, you're just more relaxed with the money.
You need a TV. You need a TV.
Oh, well, you don't have to have a huge one. You can have a...
Gotta be at least 55 inches.
Okay.
I mean, that's part of it. Gotta be.
Yeah.
Can't see nothing 32 inches. Want me to wear glasses?
I'm trying to think of an example of you.
Because it ain't none.
It is. But Jason likes to buy like really big items once a year or something. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Like, he's very like tech, and so he gotta have his Apple phone and Apple watches and all this other stuff.
Yeah, so. Every now and
then. And so, it's also important to, like, going back to different spending personalities. So sometimes some of the stuff that Jason spends money on, I kind of feel like that's whack. Like, you shouldn't be spending money on that. So you kind of have to be careful about like how the other person perceive your spending, because somebody like my sister, she loves coffee. I think that's whack to spend money on Starbucks coffee. You know what I mean? But for somebody else, that's their treat. That's what they do for themselves, and it's not a waste of money. And so it's kind of hard, like when you're in a relationship, to respect what somebody else chooses to spend money on versus what I choose to spend money on, because, we're different.
Well, a lot of times you just don't understand the value of that particular product. So we talked about iPhones, right? Mm-hmm. When I met Ashley, when we started dating, this woman had a cell phone, a flip phone, with the battery back off. Gray duct tape to hold the battery in place. Now that's really a safety hazard. That's really what that is. So I saved her life by upgrading her to an iPhone. So, sometimes spending money saves lives.
Yeah. And, I mean,
ain't nothing wrong with my phone. I don't like the text
worked.
Anyway. I don't like the text. Remember that?
Yes.
I don't like the text. I wouldn't want to text either if you got to press 15. You got to press the 2 button 3 times just to get one letter.
Listen, my phone rang. I can make a phone call. I can text if I want to text.
But it took you 30 minutes to send out a one-liner.
Yeah, I just don't like to throw away stuff if it still works. It still works.
Now that she got an iPhone, she texting up a storm. She's sending pictures, taking pictures, doing everything. So, sometimes spending money is necessary.
And that is one of the things that I have learned from you, Jason. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
You have influenced me in a positive way. I am super duper tight, for sure. And so I have learned to be a little bit more relaxed with my money. Okay. So Yes, thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
So back to how people perceive, spending money. I had this conversation with a guy a long time ago. Do people still put rims on their car, like spinners and stuff?
Not spinners.
I got a MacBook Pro, and he saw me with my Mac, right? Mm-hmm. And he was like, I can't believe y'all spend this much money on a computer. And right. I was like, don't you got rims on your truck or whatever? And he was like, yeah. I said, well, I can't believe you spend that much money on some rims. At least my computer actually does something for me. Yeah. I mean, I guess it does something for him. He was getting girls or something. I don't know. But, Yeah,
it was a chick magnet. I had some 22-inch spinners.
I couldn't stand it.
Yeah,
I'm just weird, but I was like, ugh.
If you saw me during that time, you'll probably get in the car.
I would have rolled my eyes. I would have been like, ugh, really? I just think it's like the worst thing ever, rims, because ain't they bad for your tires or something? Yeah, like this is ridiculous.
As you get older, yeah, I wouldn't unless it comes stock, because I want a Tesla and it comes with some rims, but yeah, I don't. I think rims is just a bad investment. Yeah, like you said, the tires are thin and they can easily get messed up, and you can mess up your shocks. It gives you bad gas mileage, and it's all types of reasons.
Spending all this money to tear up your car, that makes no sense.
And it gives you the wrong type of attention. So if you are being faithful to your woman, mm-hmm. or if you're single, you getting bad attention from sometimes the wrong female, because they looking at you, oh, you got money, so now you're attracting gold diggers, and you could be attracting people that want to steal it from you. So it's like, I don't want none of that attention.
Yeah,
I drive my little Honda Civic with my hubcaps.
Right.
Look, I'm fine.
Yeah. So if you're single and dating, you should be examining, people's personalities, like spending personality, and trying to figure out, if y'all decide to stay together, how this is going to affect you, mm-hmm. Going forward in your relationship. Because if somebody like Jason, like say he's the spender in our relationship, but if he just throwing money left and right, we wouldn't be together.
Right.
I'm not attracted to that.
And I was that dude, and hey, y'all can call it whatever y'all want to call it. I don't care. I don't have no shame in my game. I was that dude when it was back in the 2000s, where I think 2002 or something like that, where it became popular to make it rain in the club. I remember that. People was throwing money in the club, not a strip club, a regular club, just throwing money in the air. I was that dude picking up that money. I don't care, because I can take that money and guess what? Buy me a drink, or put some gas in my car, or guess what? Now that they just paid my way to get in the club. So you just got to ask those questions. Like, mm-hmm. It's a tough questions, but just ask them. Get them out the way early. You can figure out what type of spending habits they have, and you can kind of figure out early on if you want to deal with that or not.
Right, exactly. I mean, and just seeing if a person is responsible with their money or not. Like, I mean, yeah, I could tell that Jason took care of his business and paid his bills and stuff like that. So,
all I had to do was wink at her, and she was like,
"Oh my gosh, this guy." Okay. So, if you're already married and you got different spending personalities, it's just important to let a person be who they are. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Of course, if they have some sort of addiction, then you might want to go get them help for that, because that's not good.
Right.
But, like Jason said, he kind of upgraded me on the iPhone, and my personality, I'm sure, is frustrating to him sometimes, because I am so tight and I just don't want to spend money on anything.
Right.
Should we give an example of? Look, you thinking, oh, I got a perfect example.
Nah, I was about to say I got to write a dissertation just to get you to understand, like, hey, let's spend a little money here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like I said, the TV, when we first moved into our house, we didn't have a TV in the living room. Well, we had a TV,
okay,
but it was 42 inches.
And it worked just fine. We can see on it.
We need 50 inches, right? At least 55, so the 42 had to move to the bedroom.
Yeah.
And we needed a bigger, more upgraded TV for the living room.
Yeah. Well, one thing I wish that I wouldn't have, did was said that we could not have movers to help us move into the
house.
house.
Jesus Christ. Lord, y'all know I got a bad back, right? And this lady.
Listen.
Look.
We spending a lot of money, man.
We
finna move by ourselves. We not finna hire any movers.
But every time we move though, now mind you, we done moved a lot. I done moved a lot. Every time we move, guess who doing most of the moving, y'all? It's little old me.
Well, what can I say?
We moved from Virginia to California. I shout out to Mark. I don't know if y'all want me to say y'all full name. Shout out to Trent, helping me move, getting everything situated.
First of all, I had a 4-month-old baby.
I understand.
And I was breastfeeding. So if that was not the case, then I would have been, beasting it out too.
I feel
okay.
You. But hey, I get all that, and we appreciate you breastfeeding and doing all that. But at the end of the day, my back was in there lifting and pushing and driving. I drove from the East Coast to the West Coast. I was so tired and delusional after moving that me, Trent, and Mark, we done somehow packed up some trash. In the back, we packed the trash and moved it from the East Coast to the West Coast. Ain't that something?
Packed up trash. No, y'all packed up meat.
Oh, yeah.
Frozen meat.
Yeah.
That unthawed, and it smelled like something dead in the car. And the car was stinking for...
Yeah. We had to sell the car, y'all.
No, we didn't sell it like that.
I mean, we cleaned it out, but it... little Febreze wasn't really getting it like it should, We sold that car.
Oh, man. So I was like, what in the world y'all got going on? But okay. So let's go into another point about,
what by being too materialistic?
Yes.
We'll jump into that. So
this is another issue that people have that, I don't know.
Yeah. If both parties are very, they're too materialistic, that bill can run up fast, man. If she gotta have Michael Kors and he gotta get him a Louis belt and all this and that. Luckily, Ashley's not materialistic. I'm not. I'm more than her, but I'm really not. You know what I'm saying? But I dress nice, but my clothes are old. I got clothes older than, about 10 years old.
I have clothes that's 10 years old too.
Yeah. But, I be fresh though, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, materialistic can, being too materialistic can be a little challenging. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, like my mama says all the time, you can't have champagne taste with saltwater pockets. You ever heard that one?
No, I ain't heard that one. Jesus. Champagne taste with saltwater pockets.
Yeah.
Dang.
So, it's me and Jason, we try to live within our means, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes when both people are too materialistic, you can kind of slip out of that, So, even if, it's like even if you do make a lot of money, sometimes people that make a lot of money still end up broke because they just spending it on a whole bunch of stuff,
right.
So, like I said, we just not very materialistic. If both of you are, you just have to kind of try to remember that and keep each other in check. And
you gotta have a tight budget.
Yeah, a budget will help with this.
You have to have a tight budget.
Yeah.
If both of you guys are materialistic, you just gotta have a tight budget.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Yeah.
So we, our budget is kind of loosey goosey, but we're not big spenders like that.
Yeah, I still want to tighten it up a little bit though. So, but it's okay. I know it's okay for you to like nice things or whatever. Like Jason said, he's a little bit more than I am, but you just have to be responsible and don't live outside of your means. That's like the biggest thing for that.
Yeah, I like name brand peanut butter. You know what I'm saying?
Well, everybody knows that there's different objects, different food items that you don't necessarily have to get name brand and it's still good. Okay?
Yeah.
So for me, mustard they all the same. Okay, yeah. I'll get some cheap mustard, but I will not get cheap cheese.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, cheese don't. I don't know.
No, I get Sargento.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't on that until Ashley definitely put me on the expensive cheese.
Yeah, nah, my cheese gotta be right. Okay, with the mustard, okay, it's mustard.
Yeah,
it don't taste that different. This cheap mustard don't taste different than the fancy mustard. So yeah. So I'm kind of like that.
You don't get the Grey Poupon. You don't get the Grey Poupon.
Sometimes I get that to cook certain things. Okay. So
look, I don't be really paying attention to her when she be in the kitchen. So
I can put anything in his food. He wouldn't know.
Sure would. That's what you call love. Serve it up.
Okay, so something else people do when they get married is not viewing the money as a whole, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but this now we're gonna go into like strategies, because there's different strategies, I guess, that you don't have to view it as a whole, because you and I pool our money together. And so that's what I'm thinking when I hear this, like as a whole, we pooling your money together.
We do like a semi-pool.
What you mean?
We don't pool everything in one account.
Well, no, but it's definitely our money together.
Right.
Right. So like, yeah, we got
different accounts, but it's all our money.
Right.
We know it's all our money, but it's in different accounts.
Right.
Right.
Because some people will split all the bills 50-50. Right. So we're not technically doing that at all. We're not splitting the bills 50-50. We're just throwing everything, both of our money at it, and then separating, like spending money.
Remember what Drake said, right?
What?
Can't go 50-50 with no. Hey.
Okay. I'm happy we had that little dance break. So we just want to remind everybody, like, to remember that we're going to tell you what we do, but you have to figure out what works best for you.
Right.
And we are speaking from a marriage standpoint, because if you're single, then your money should be separate, in my opinion. Right?
Nah, yeah, I totally agree.
And we honestly don't know what it was like to try to put our money together as single, like dating people, because we didn't live with each other until we got married.
Right.
So we actually kept our money separate until we got married.
Right.
So unfortunately, we cannot talk about that.
Yeah, but hopefully some people can talk about it on Wednesday.
Yeah, during our live discussion.
Correct.
So let's see. So like I said, we pool our money together. This requires a lot of trust. Jason and I trust each other a lot.
Right.
So
we married for real.
Okay.
Some people don't be trusting everybody. Y'all not really married. Y'all kind of playing. Because that's all. It's all about it. It's trust. Trust is the foundation.
For sure.
Right. Yeah. So I can say this: if you don't trust your mate with money, that's okay. And it's just got to put that out there, and people got to understand their roles. And so I take that back. You can still be in a great relationship and not trust your mate with money. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is, right? Yeah.
If that's a weakness for them, yeah.
Right.
So I think that the way that we do this pooling money, I think it works better for when you have like a tight budget, when you really need to know where the money is going.
Right.
I saw a video clip of Steve Harvey. Somebody asked him a question about finances, and he said that a financial planner had told him and his wife that they should have, every married couple should have 4 accounts. You should have one account where all of the bills get paid, a savings account where you need both signatures to move the money, and then each of you have your own separate accounts too for your spending money. So Jason and I think this is a good idea.
Right.
Jason and I do not have 4 accounts.
We kind of do though.
Do we?
Shoot.
Well, we just kind of but we're operating in that way of
because you got a savings.
Yeah, but I don't.
I got a savings.
Well, we put all of the savings in your savings account.
No.
Well, yeah, I guess not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got your own savings. I got my own savings.
That's just like spending money, though.
But we have 2 checkings. You have a checking. I got a checking.
Okay. Well, y'all get the concept, I guess. Like, we put our money together to pay the bills, and then and to put money aside in savings, right? And then we each have spending money that we don't ask each other nothing about. Like, right. Like, okay, I have this amount of money this month to spend, and he has this amount of money to spend. So if he, whatever he want to go spend it on, he can go spend it on it, and it don't matter.
And see, and that's why she talk about I make big purchases once a year or something, because I don't really be spending no money on stuff throughout the year, because number one, I'm playing my game, like we talked about in a previous episode, so that save us all types of money. Yeah, I may buy a game once a year, but that saves money.
Yeah. Well, I just can't think of any examples right now, but you be spending money on crazy stuff, okay? I'll just be like,
we don't believe you. We need more people.
Okay, so I think this is a good way. I think this is a good way what we got going on. I said earlier that we used to talk to each other about finances like once a month, and that's because basically, like, I don't know, I used to send Jason money, and I would we came up with this number that I needed in order to pay for groceries and to pay for our baby clothes and food and stuff her food and stuff like that, and my spending money, and this was the number that was in my bank account, right? And then whatever else was left over, I'd send to him to take care of some of to take care of the other bills. So like I said, we still operating in that way.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So we do also have a budget. I'm a firm believer in if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Plan to fail. All right.
No, having a budget is Jason hates this, but it's definitely because we have one, but we still need to do some more work on it. Actually,
I don't hate budgets. I just hate, spending a lot of time on it all the time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yes,
but budget. Once you have your budget nice and tight, it should be just a quick touch, maybe 15, 20 minutes.
Well, things keep changing though. Mm-hmm. Pay off a bill, we get another bill. Yeah, things keep changing, so that's why it's important to revisit it.
That's true.
As much as maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, something like that. But you gotta make updates.
Right.
So yeah. Jason also don't really like to feel restricted though. So
fly like an eagle. Yeah, I like to be free.
Yeah. And so when we're doing the budget, we also talk about, I don't know, whenever one of us have like a big ticket item that we might want to purchase, we definitely talk to each other about that. We don't have like a certain number, do we, Jason? No, I think we just pretty much talk to each other about everything. I mean, sometimes I'll just mention to Jason, hey, I'm going to buy the kids some clothes. And he'll be like, okay. So, okay, it's going to be a couple of $100 probably.
Right.
But he just knows that I'm not going to go too crazy anyways. Yeah. But yeah, so if we do not agree on something though, we do not buy it.
Right.
Because Jason was trying to get me to buy a what is it? that little robot.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to help out the family, y'all.
Yeah.
My wife, she got 2 kids. Well, we have 2 kids, but she's breastfeeding and she's doing a lot of stuff. So, she's talking about the Roomba.
Yeah.
One of my previous boss, he had a Roomba, and he said it's awesome. He got a Roomba for upstairs, he got a Roomba for downstairs. Who don't want a robot to clean your house? That's awesome.
Me, I don't.
Yeah, my wife, and it's not even about, she just don't want to, she's just putting her foot down. She said, I'm just going to put my foot down on this one.
Well, originally it was no, I didn't want it because I'm just like, I don't think it works like that it says that it I don't believe the claim. I don't believe the claim that it works the way that they say that it does.
Just like you didn't think your iPhone would have been better than your
raggedy
flip phone with duct tape on the back. But it worked. You all for it now.
What was I saying? What was I saying?
You didn't believe the claim to fame.
Oh, okay. And like we always got toys on the floor. So I'm like, how is it gonna sweep? How is it gonna vacuum? And there's toys on the floor, and I gotta pick those up before it can clean the floor. Like it just don't. I don't know. So it initially started off with me just like not wanting it, and then Jason is very persuasive, very persistent type of person, and I'm just like, you know what, Jason? No, no, I don't want it because you just keep bringing it up. See if we had a Roomba. Ooh, if we had a Roomba, no. I don't even want to. I don't want to hear it no more. In a discussion.
If I really wanted the Roomba, we probably would have had it. I just would have kept going. So we must have a discussion.
No, because I say now I'm just sinking my heels in the ground. I don't want it now because you just
trust me. I'm persistent, so I know how to run marathons. Mm-hmm. So I would have been talking about it for 2-3 years. You would have got tired of it. But so it really wasn't that serious to me. But it's funny. I'm sinking my heels in on this one.
Whatever.
That was funny.
So basically, the point is that if one of us does not agree, we just don't do it. And I understand how this can be very, a stress thing for a relationship. If like I said, the moving thing. I wish I would have just went on. Jason was trying to get us to do the movers, and I was like, no, we don't have any money, let's not. But we should have just it caused a lot of stress, and so that's also what I want to say. Like he's been a positive influence on me to kind of loosen up a little bit, because sometimes it's just worth the money,
right?
The stress that you're going to get rid of if you just spend the money to do it, right? Yeah. So like, if you're dating and serious or in a serious relationship, keep that money separate, right? Keep that money separate,
right? So we're pretty much disciplined on that, but what about the people that's not disciplined?
What do you mean? What are you asking me?
Well, what about the people who have they maybe have habits like gambling? What do you feel about that?
Or a shopping habit or something. Mm-hmm. Women, sometimes have shopping habits. What do I feel about that? Like, as far as like not spending, as far as what?
Like just in general, you know what I'm saying? Like how do you feel? Like, 'cause I don't have a big shopping habit or nothing like that. I don't gamble. I don't spend a lot of money on stuff. They just so I feel like we need to talk about that, because I'm pretty sure there's those couples out there that do run into those issues.
Well, I think that, like, if you're serious about this person, and they have a habit, then I think that we should be trying to seek some help.
Right. And you said something about that earlier, but I just really wanted to really touch on that.
I think that there has to be a change that happens there. That's not a sustainable, right. You can't, there needs to be some change. If you're addicted to shopping, it needs to be some change.
Right.
Because it's just not going to work.
Right.
So you need to go be seeing a financial planner or go to counseling, to see why you have this habit. But I just don't see, I just think that. Yeah. Right.
And I think the key thing you were saying that, you got to get some help.
Yeah.
So the mate, let's say someone has a shopping habit. I mean, if your ladies has a shopping addiction, then, don't talk down to her. Don't make her feel bad about it. Sometimes she knows that she has an addiction and she's trying to get over it. She just needs some help, needs some encouragement. It's kind of like working out. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna do 2 sit-ups and yell at them, and then you got a 6-pack. No, it takes time. Same thing with someone that has a gambling issue. It just takes time. You know what I'm saying? So don't downplay the person, but just help them. If you really, care about that person, you're really truly in love. Those are some of the things that you got to overcome to make your relationship better.
Yeah, because people have overcome it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like I said, it definitely needs some help. It definitely needs to be like an issue that you're working on. You know, because otherwise it's just not sustainable.
Exactly.
Right. So yeah, even like with even in if everything if there's no addiction involved, it's still a good idea to go see a financial planner. Like I say, I gave that example of Steve Harvey and him and his wife. They went to go see a financial planner because sometimes we don't know what to do. Like, it's okay to go seek some help from somebody.
You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah. So if you're having issues with this, just go see somebody. Like, hey, help us out here.
Right.
we wanna stay in love and together,
right.
and we don't want this to cause issues. So.
And so I guess it leads us to the next point. So if someone has a shopping addiction or someone has a gambling addiction.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Yeah. Spit it
out. Don't hide the money from them. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to be open with your relationship. So it's not fair. Still not fair to the other person if you hide money or concealing money and you have some secret accounts because you are afraid your significant other going to spend all your money. So you got your secret stash. I think women do that a lot, right? Is it safe to say?
Well, I mean, if a woman is like in an abusive relationship or something like that, she better be.
That's her escape money.
Yeah.
Escape plan.
Yeah. I would advise to go ahead and get that.
Well, that's different. We ain't talking about this. We ain't talking
I'm just
about.
Saying.
Yeah, if you're in an abusive relationship, man, this conversation is not for you, right?
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Well, there's financial abuse, but I don't think we can go into that. But just like, I mean, I guess I just said
financial abuse. What do you mean?
Well, so when a person makes more money than another person, I seen this a lot in the military.
Okay.
Men have a spouse and the woman can't get a job because there's so much moving around and stuff, and so they keep throwing it up in their face that they make more money than them or they're taking care of them.
Oh wow.
And and just kind of like being very controlling with the money and just not seeing it as her money too.
Well, for the fellas, I can only speak for the fellas right now. Come on, fellas, let's not do that. You know what I'm saying? Like we supposed to provide, we supposed to protect, we supposed to be the head of the household. You know, if you make more money than your lady, don't throw it up in her face, please.
Yeah,
because she still do a lot of stuff to help you make that money.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? She supports you.
Right.
So behind a great man is always a great woman. So please don't do that.
Yeah, and women are guilty of this too. Women who make more money than their man.
I think women probably do that more than men do. Is that safe to say?
I guess I don't think I can't even say that.
No,
because I think statistically men still make more money than women.
Yeah.
We're creeping up there, but men still make more money than women. So just by like sheer numbers, it seems like it would still be a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. But yes, definitely women, sometimes, and that can be considered financial abuse, I believe. Like just controlling the money. You should not do that.
So fellas, let me speak to my fellas out there. So if you have a woman out there and she's throwing it up in your face that she makes more money than you and you ain't this and you, bruh, you don't have to put up with that. I spoke with a lot of different men out there that was kind of in some situations like that, and they weren't going. Like, he would leave the relationship with nothing before he deal with some stuff like that. So financial abuse, man, please don't deal with it, fellas. Walk out. Walk out. Same thing to the ladies. Don't deal with it. Walk out.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's not that leads to other issues. It may seem like one issue, but that thing spreads like a virus because that person is selfish. It's a lot of other things that ties into it for a person to do something like that.
Right. But I think that like concealing money, like I think that it don't even have to be that deep because sometimes you just like, especially, okay, so like going back to how a person perceives you, the way that you spend money, like I don't feel like hearing about you complain about the fact that I won't, I don't know what do I buy that? Books. I like to buy books.
Yeah.
I like to buy journals and
books are cheap.
but sometimes I have to like stop myself because I like pretty journals.
Yeah.
And so like I just got like a ton of tablets and journals like floating around.
Just wasting money.
No. I like
pages blank.
Oh no, they're not blank. They're blank right now, but I'm writing them. Like, so I don't want to hear you complain about that. If I'm not spend $5, I'm just giving an example. Like these are like even like small things like that. People like you stressing me out. Like why are you complaining about the fact that I bought a Snicker bar? You know what I'm saying? Like, so sometimes people will conceal money for something small like that because like, no, I feel imprisoned. I don't, I don't feel free. And so that's what said, like, having separate, like spending money after all the bills are paid for. And then you have like spending money where there's no questions asked. Like you're free to go spend that money however you want to. I think that's a very good thing because Jason and I have never gotten into an argument about like buying some small items. It's like, well, if that's the way you want to spend your spending money, you go right on ahead. The bills is paid for and the savings is there, so we good.
Right.
So, yeah. Another issue is that a lot of marriages start off in debt.
Correct.
And what do you think the biggest thing is?
Couldn't we please be happily ever after?
What does this mean? I don't understand.
Getting married.
Oh, okay. Yes, that is one of the biggest things that cause people to get in debt. I think that if you got it, then do it. But if you don't got it, don't do it.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, things are kind of shifted, used to the father of the bride pays for the wedding. And maybe in some groups that still happens, right? Well, I know it still happens in some groups, but in our group, between me and Ashley, that didn't happen, and that's okay because things happen. It's all love, but so you got to plan accordingly. If you don't have the money in the bank, you shouldn't go into debt.
Yeah.
Off of a day that you're going to remember. Don't get me wrong, it's a very important day. It's y'all's day. But how much is that really worth? Is it priceless or does it really have a price tag?
Got a big price tag.
Right.
So, yeah, Jason and we got married in my mama's house. And
shout out to moms for let us hold down the living room.
Yes. The Justice of the Peace actually came out to the house. And
$45, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was $45.
Praise the Lord.
And then we had like a dinner, which was fun. We had like 50 of our closest friends and family. Yeah. And I think that cost like $2,000.
Yeah, we was paying on that for a little while because we would.
Was we?
Yeah,
I don't think so. I
got
deployed, so
But you got deployed before.
Oh, what are you talking about?
You got deployed before. You got deployed after we had the wedding before you got deployed.
Yes.
So we didn't. I think we paid it all while you was deployed, but we definitely charged that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We charged the $2,000 for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we charged that.
Yeah. So yeah, like we didn't have a lot of money, and we could have, put it on credit cards or whatever. But I was like, no, I don't like debt. So I was like,
She's speaking about the wedding.
Yeah, the wedding.
Right.
Yeah, we could have did a big thing, and it was like, nah.
For what?
Yeah.
It was for everybody else.
It's a good day. Like, I would like for us to do something.
We definitely, when we get 10 years, we're gonna turn up. Turn up in Hawaii.
Yeah, we might have to fly everybody to Hawaii or something. But yeah, like. Yeah, if you just you don't have it, then it's okay. Like, it's too much pressure to do all this and that. It's just a money grab anyways, right?
Quit trying to keep up with these fake people that you thinking they balling, but guess what? They up to their eyelids in debt just to post pictures on Facebook.
Right?
No, don't try to keep up with them.
Yeah.
No.
It's the marriage that's important.
Yeah. It's the union. Being equally yoked. That's what it's all about.
Right.
And shout out to my wife for being understanding and not want to go all out and spend 50 G's on a wedding.
Oh yeah, you lucky. You sure?
I sure am lucky. Shoot. They charging $1,000 for a cake. Come on, man.
Yeah. Ridiculous. I don't even want to spend $1,000.
A cake.
I'm just so cheap though.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm frugal. Sorry. But so yeah, so and student loans is a big thing for our generation.
Yes.
Jason and I came into marriage with not a lot of student loans.
Thank
so
God.
that has helped our marriage out immensely. So, if you're single and young, keep them student loans down if you can,
Yes. Please help out your future husband or your future wife.
Yeah, because for some people it could be a deal breaker, honestly.
Right.
100,000.
Wow. I don't know, baby.
Yeah.
I don't know. 100,000. Wow, that's a lot of money. I told you I'm gonna have to get that drop top. If you came in this marriage with 100,000.
But what if I was a doctor?
That's different. That means you're making 100,000 every year. That's a little different.
Yeah.
Now, if you just making 35, you know what I'm saying? That's 40.
Right.
Jesus. Oh man.
Yeah. And so and now that we're married, and this is advice to the married people, again, try to keep your expenses low. We try to live within our means. We're not being too materialistic. We don't drive fancy cars. Nope. You know what I mean? Like
2 Hondas.
Oh yeah.
One of the Hondas, we got to roll the window down with our arms. Look.
When last time y'all seen that car?
Right. Exactly.
But you know what? It's working.
It's
just
paid
fine.
off.
Yeah.
It runs just fine. Got a little leak, but it gets to point A to point B.
Yeah, but I don't know. When are we going to get another car, though? Because that one right there.
When that sucker call it quits. When they go to heaven, that's when we get another car.
Nah, I'm straight with it, though. I'm not a big car person anyways. I've never been a big car person.
Yeah.
So there's different things that I would like to spend a little bit more money on. But
the radio don't work in it.
The radio, yeah. I need my radio.
Put your headphones in, baby.
Yeah, that's the problem with that car. Actually, the windows don't even bother me as much as the radio not working.
Yeah, you put your headphones in, you good. You got a radio.
But I Honda Civic straight. We got Bluetooth and
yeah.
We got a little camera to help me back up and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm good. Like I said, I'm not a big car person. So yeah. And we just have different things we'd rather spend money on, like going to Hawaii or something.
Yeah, buying property. Shoot.
Yeah. So, I guess that's it. We just kind of we've been kind of sprinkling advice throughout the episode, but we just kind of want to wrap it all up.
Yeah.
So singles, if you aren't dating anybody, but you're single, just kind of, I heard this preacher tell me one time to if while you're single, just get yourself ready, just get prepared. You know what I mean? Take care of yourself, do what you need to do. So when that right person come along, then you'll be ready. So
try to get in the positive,
Yeah.
try to get out of debt. Be in the positive. So, when you finally get that mate, they ready for you. You ready for them.
Right. Be responsible with your money. And like Jason said, don't incur too much debt. So if you're starting to date somebody, hey, watch them. Observe. Observe what they doing. If are they paying their bills on time? Are they handling their business? Are they spending money just willy-nilly?
What's their credit score?
Yeah. Are they super tight like me? Can you deal with somebody tight like me or what? You know what I'm saying? So this is the time to figure out what their spending personality is, and if this is something that you want to do. If you're in a serious relationship, talk about your debt, disclose student loans, credit score, like Jason said, credit card debt, talk about all of that stuff. Talk about like your expectations, what it would be like if you got married.
Would you would have dated me if I had a credit score like 450?
It wasn't too far from it.
Oh
now.
Lord.
Would I have dated you if you had a credit score of like 4 or something? I don't know. My credit score is so good, then I'll cover you.
You just carry me.
Yeah, I cover you. I got you. Yeah.
Whatever.
But as long as you've learned your lesson, my concern would be talking to you about, well, why is it that low, honey?
Because I was starting businesses.
No, he was being irresponsible sometimes too.
Yeah, but basically, trying to start
impress the girls. Yeah.
Man,
with the TV and the rims
college
in your car.
But after that, so I went up and down twice. right? So, so I've been on this journey before. I'm back up again. I'm gonna keep it that way. But so fellas out there, if you're down low, don't worry about it. If you're under 500, under 600, don't worry about it. You'll be on top again.
Yeah.
Just keep the hustler mentality and just keep looking up.
Yeah, and us being together, like I've helped you raise your score, right?
I already had the plan. I was doing this before you.
Oh, your plan was set, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, but
but we you helped out, but don't make it seem like what I'm saying, you just the number one reason my score went up.
I think so.
Oh my God. You give somebody an inch, they take them out.
I think so. I think I've been pretty instrumental in in helping that score raise up. But that's okay. You've been instrumental in so many areas of my life too, honey. It's okay. You can admit it. It's all right. Yeah. So anyway, if you're married, communication is the key in every single aspect of your marriage. Like communication is just so important, and finances is no different. Be consistent, talk on a regular basis. Don't be hiding money from each other, Right. Don't be hiding money from each other. Be open. Jason got I'm a password, so I'm a bank account. He can, he can wipe me out if he wanted to, but I know he would never wipe me out, right?
For what?
Yeah, right. And if you're having trouble, like if you're married and you find yourself having arguments, maybe try the strategy that we do. And then if that's not working, try some more strategies. Like I said, some people split it 50-50. Hey, that's not the way me and Jason do it, but if that works for you, that works for you. So, right. And then, talk to a financial planner. Like just seek help. Like you can get better. There's hope. You can get better with the financial stuff. Mm-hmm. But if you need some help, you just need some help. You need to go out there and seek it. If you don't have any money, hey, go to DaveRamsey.com or whatever. Dave Ramsey is I don't know if you heard of him, but he's a great financial teacher. His books are excellent resources. There's plenty of free online resources. Just, how to do a budget. Google it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And just, work it out. Right. And just remember to work as a team. We're not enemies. When you're married, you are a team.
Right.
We are one person.
And for the record, it wasn't close to the 400s. I was in the high fives. So
I thought it was low fives, so that's why I said it wasn't too far from it.
High fives. Give me a high five, man. Give me a high
five. But we working it out though. It ain't stopped us at all, and your score is great now. So yes. I'm proud of you, honey.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you did that. So
thank you.
So yep, that's it. That's it with the advice. Like I said, Dave Ramsey, we really enjoy Dave Ramsey, and we try to follow some of his methods. Got our daughter on, got a little chore chart,
Kid bank.
Yeah, she got a little piggy bank on saving money, spending money, and giving money. Correct. Okay, so yeah, we starting early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't keep y'all long. I appreciate y'all checking in with us on your drive, or if you're working out or washing dishes, you know what I'm saying, sweeping the floor, get your Roomba.
Mowing the lawn.
You know what I'm saying?
Whatever you might be doing.
We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for spending y'all time with us. But don't forget, go to Apple Podcasts, go to whatever you listen to us on. Give us a good review. Rate us 5 stars and give us a review. Give us your honest feedback. Mm-hmm. And don't forget to check us out every Wednesday. We are going live, y'all. We're going live. We're going to be on Facebook. I'm trying to get it to the point where we can be on multiple platforms, so bear with us. Go ahead and if you want to be on the show in the future, or if you want to participate in the live feed and give your take on it, go ahead and download Skype, because we're taking people on video and on phone calls using Skype. So go ahead and get that ready. Look us up, Loveology Podcast. We're on Skype. Go ahead and get that situated, because on Wednesdays, that's 8 p.m. Central. If you're on the East Coast, 9 p.m. If you're on the West Coast, 6 p.m. We'll be going live every Wednesday and talking about these different topics.
Yeah.
You can always text us, you can always inbox us, email us, loveologypodcast@gmail.com. Go to our website, www.loveologypodcast.com. Show some love, baby. and spread the love.
Spread the love.
I appreciate y'all. Talk to y'all later.
You've been listening to the Loveology podcast. Did you have fun with us today? Tell a friend about our show. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to keep the conversation going. Be sure to subscribe so you'll never miss an episode. Visit us at loveologypodcast.com. Thanks for listening. Until next time, Loveologists.